I was in my first couple of months as mayor, and during the transition and the campaign, I had talked about the spread of trying to do something to stop the spread of HIV and AIDS. I'd lost friends. I lost my administrator in the DA's office to AIDS, and it was a significant problem throughout all of Philadelphia. And of course, AIDS can be spread by sexual contact, but it's also spread by dirty needles. And that was an increasing problem in the streets of Philadelphia. And we wanted to find some way to curb it. And this group came to us and said, look, we've been doing this at our own risk. We've been setting up a place where addicts could come and get clean needles to inject themselves. These addicts were going to inject themselves anyway. The only question is, would they inject themselves with a clean needle or potentially dirty needle, which could cause the continued spread? And it made sense to me. What they needed was to be able to do this free from the fear of being arrested by the police. And as the years have rolled on, Prevention Point has been a huge success. I congratulate the people who had the courage in the first place to start it. It's been one of the best things that have happened in terms of helping to stop what was a horrible disease.
Prevention Point's ability to develop relationships among a very disenfranchised community has been so instrumental in changing the AIDS epidemic in Philadelphia.
Initially, when we were doing syringe exchange, the community chased us off of the corners. Some folks tried to knock over our tables.
We would have protests at the exchange sites on a weekly basis. So I spent months knocking on doors in each of the communities, talking to people, finding out really what their concerns were, what their fears were, and trying to figure out how to address them.
When I think of Prevention Point and the staff in particular, I think of many people doing God's work with limited resources.
That's sort of the glue that holds Prevention Point together throughout all of the years of its existence, is that we have staff that really care about what they're doing and that really care about the population that we're serving.
Their work has gone beyond what I think any of us ever expected back when they were first founded.
Prevention Point is a key component of how we build trust, where we meet people where they are, and that we provide enough support in transition for people to meet their potential.
As people asked us for more services, we kept meeting that need and partnering with other organizations. Because the other really interesting thing about Prevention Point, I think, is that we're really good at figuring out what we do well and what we don't do well. And what we don't do well, we partner with other organizations to help us do.
Our people are just not drug addicts.
These are our brothers, our sisters, our cousin, our uncles.
People needed to be treated as human beings, not as people just needing syringes and condoms.
So you want to have the humanity in how we deal with this, and it's been quite difficult, you know.
People need to be cared about and know that they're cared about. They need to know that there's some place in this world or somewhere in this community where they can go where they're going to be treated with dignity. They're going to be treated with respect.
I mean, syringe exchange has lowered the incidence rate of HIV among injection drug users. And also, Prevention Point's overdose prevention has played a critical role in saving people's lives.
As the intravenous drug epidemic has impacted so many across the city, I don't know that we'll ever truly appreciate the impact that Prevention Point has had, not only on the HIV epidemic, but on the lives of people in our community.
So, in the last year, we've made a concerted effort to expand our mission and become a public health organization. We're about to open up a shelter across the street, which will increase our capacity from 23 beds to 30 beds. All of the goals that I mentioned in this create that safer kind of environment, right? Providing healthcare to people that's non-judgmental, providing meals for people, providing a safe place for people to be off the streets, providing a drop-in center, an engagement center where people can come in, have coffee, stay warm. All of the services that we currently offer to people, to continue to expand those, but make sure that they're done in a safe and humane environment, so that people are comfortable coming in. And I think that's sort of the future of the organization.